time is now 7 o'clock on Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. I'm going to call the Wayne Township Board of Trustees meeting call to order at 7 p.m. I'd like to welcome everybody here and everybody that's on the video and that's at home that's reviewing our tapes as well. May I get a roll call, please?
Call roll, Ms. Colvin.
Here.
Mr. Patrick.
Here.
Mr. Jacobs.
Here.
All present and accounted for.
And I forgot to say, if you haven't signed in back into the board back there, please do so if you haven't done that already. So now we're up to Pledge Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We get approval of minutes of the previous meeting. Did you guys get a chance to review that?
I'll second that.
All those in favor, signify by saying
Aye. Now, do we have any additions, removals, or disclosures from the posted agenda from before? I see that there's one highlighted in here.
Yeah, got resolution 24-19, resolution of Point General Corridor, Hamilton Township, to Warren County 911 Program Review Committee.
Okay, sounds good. Now we're at the time for citizens' comments. Do we have any comments from our citizens? I'll take that as none. We shall move on. Thank you. Road department, Scott, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, go ahead. That was too quick.
Dad says, get up there, boy.
Hello, my name is David Fessler. I live at 8446 North US 42. I'm a student at Waynesville, senior, and I came to the meeting because I'm interested to learn more about how township works.
That's great.
Grateful for the opportunity to come. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Yes.
Hello, I'm Shane Hively, 7937 Cook Jones Road, Waynesville, Ohio. Chairman of the levy committee, just letting you know that coming up on March 19th, the school levy will be back. Difference this one from the November one is that it will be for a 5-year, same amounts of $58 for every 100,000 of the ownerships of the home. So you just want to let township know that that's on the levy there coming up on November 19th. Early ballots open on February 21st. So again, it's just different ways for people to vote out from it. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Scott, now it's up to you now.
Matt?
We have any more? Or once, or twice?
Good evening, board. Let's see, just a couple updates. I still haven't heard anything from the buyer that purchased the Burgemoor, and it has not been paid for yet. I have been in contact with the buyer of the plow. He was supposed to be there yesterday, and I haven't heard anything out of him, but he just lives in Oregonia, so, and he works in Moraine, so we're probably just dealing with some work issues. I think you have a check tonight that you're gonna sign for the new plow truck, which look toward the end of this week, if not the beginning of next week, I'll be getting it. As far as the pier wall project on Lower Springwood Road, it has been completed, the road opened, and day after tomorrow, Thursday, I'm gonna help them, I'm gonna go over with the grader, we're gonna go over with the grader and the roller and help them wedge some of that slip back in to try to level that lane out. Tree trimming has been the primary focus here with this nice weather we've been having here for the last few work days, and it will be, well, tomorrow, and then Thursday will be in the asphalt business. Other than that, fingers crossed with the grant application from the Ohio EPA. We'll hopefully hear something by the end of the month on that. Other than that, steady as she goes. And that's all I have, unless the board has anything to pass along to me.
No, I think it's great you put in for the grant as well. I know we appreciate that up here, so does the taxpayers as well.
Well, thank you, yeah, do my best, we'll try. I worked on it all weekend, last weekend, and got it submitted Sunday afternoon, and,
Yeah.
trying to just recoup some of the money that we've spent already on, on this electronic spreader control. It, reduces the amount of salt that we actually have to put down, versus the old spreader controls that we had that were, the term throughout the industry is the salt wasters.
Yeah.
So, we're putting down what we need to put down and just what we need to put down to get the job done.
Yeah, appreciate you guys patching the roads, saw them out.
Yeah, we had a little snafu with the material that we went and got. It was some old material, and through some investigation, and they found out it was old, and a lot of municipalities were bringing it back, so we just jumped on the wagon, and so we switched that out. We did that yesterday.
It's kind of just granulating up and
Dried out.
dry,
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah,
hold.
wouldn't
Are we
Yeah.
supposed to pay for that then or not?
Yes.
Okay, you go.
So we switched it out, so we've gotten new material and got rid of the old
Reason I
material.
asked, I made a check out for tonight.
Yes, yes. That's all I have.
That's good, thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Fire department report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, just a recap of our run volume from January. We had 19 fire incidents, with 2 structure fires. We had 68 EMS incidents and 8 calls for service for a total of 95 runs, which is up 3 runs from last year. Our power load and cost system was delivered today,
Good.
and the installation is scheduled for tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So that should be wrapped up hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow. The 4 gas monitors were delivered a couple weeks ago and placed in service. And firefighter EMT BRAYDEN DIETZ has submitted his resignation from the fire department. He's seeking employment outside the fire service. That is all I have.
Thank you. You guys have any questions for the report?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you. Zoning department.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This month I had kind of an unusual month with 3 new single-family homes in 1 month. Received permits for the first 3 of the year, 3 houses. So 2 of them are on East Lower Springboro. That takes care of the last of those lots that were in that little minor subdivision. And then upcoming for the Board of Zoning Appeals, next Thursday, we have a secondary dwelling unit out here on State Route 73 for a mother-in-law, single attached accessory structure. And then also scheduled already is for March 1st is the conditional use and site plan for Ohio Greenworks to move over a lot. Those residents were notified, they got an original notice that the hearing was in January and then another notice and it was rescheduled. And then I started the magazine a couple weeks early, so I'm looking for any of your articles that you have, that you want to submit. Stacy Castle that designs the magazine has a family member, her father has some health issues, and so just want to give her some extra design time and build into the process, but the magazine will still go out at the beginning of April, so.
When's the deadline?
The 14th is,
February.
so there may be a little wiggle time in there, just depends on how her schedule is. And that's all I have.
Any more questions? Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
Gus, administrator's report.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
On January 30th, we'll update on the fire chief's open position. We had the panel interview, which you all were here and present, and thank you very much for. And Mr. Pat for showing, and Mitch Robbins from Kettering. They interviewed the top 4 candidates, and so we have that in the process. Following right along our scheduled timeline. And we got that later on the agenda. Fire department applications, we have scheduled to interview applicants for part-time and park paid members on Monday, February 12th. I think we have 5 applicants. And administration building on the 2 HVAC units, they have been delivered and they're scheduled to start installation next week. And let's see, road resurfacing program. Scott put together a pretty robust resurfacing program for this year, and I attached it in the packet. That's not probably our final submittal, that's probably the big picture of everything, so what we'll do now is take that and work within our budget and so forth, and see what all we can get accomplished out of that. So if you guys have any feedback or anything on any of those roads that you see on the list, please let us know. Security updates, Lieutenant Dow's working on some security upgrades and replacements to make our systems operable, both here and at the fire station. Won't go over everything he's doing, want everybody to know.
No.
Our PERP 300 AP's been filed for workman's comp. We actually do have on the 13th, I do have a industrial commission hearing on one of our EMTs that was injured. The claim's been denied, so it's being appealed. Lieutenant Patterson has accepted a full-time position with Clear Creek Fire Department. His start date has not been determined that I know of, except around the 1st of March. But he plans to continue working with Wayne Township on his days off, and he said he would be helping as much as needed with the transition of the new chief, with computer stuff or whatever, along with Kyle. Otarma, all their items that were on gov deals, they've been called in and been taken off of our property and casualty insurance schedule, and so I think we've got another round here, probably a few weeks when that truck comes in, we'll be having.
Yep,
So,
the Lord taketh and the Lord addeth.
Yeah, that's right.
and then just a few things at the bottom. Sheriff Larry Sims will be at our meeting our next meeting on February 20th. He's been asked to put on the agenda. And everything else I think is on hold
The
or
moral grant of $500 was received,
Cool. Good deal.
the 1,000 and the 500, you said?
just the 500.
Oh, just the 500.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we'll keep that on there till we see if the 1,000 shows up. And that's all I have. If you have any questions, happy to answer.
On the fire department applicants, it's 5 in addition to the 3 we have tonight?
Correct.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, you guys have any more questions? That's good, thank you, Gus. We got old business.
Yeah, try to have that be on the website, for the next meeting on March 5th.
Sounds good. New business, do we have any questions or concerns of the bills? I have none as well. Now we got legislation. And we'll start off with the first resolution, 2024-12. This is accepting the resignation of BRAYDEN from the Wayne Township Fire Department. And so whereas BRAYDEN has turned in his letter of resignation to Wayne Township Fire Department on January 20th, 2024, and to be effective at the end of the shift on February 4th, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I will second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Patrick, second by Mr. Jacobs to adopt resolution 2024-12. Call roll thereon. Mr. Patrick.
Yay.
Mr. Jacobs.
Yes.
Ms. Colvin.
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted the 6th day of February 2024.
We have resolution 2024-13. This is a resolution to certify the 2023 Township Highway System mileage to the Ohio Department of Transportation. So whereas you can see here, this is in accordance with the provisions specified in the Ohio Revised Code, section 4501.04. The county engineer must submit to ODOT, Office of Technical Services, no later than March 1st of each year, the current mileage of each jurisdiction. May I get a motion to approve?
Make a
Motion to adopt resolution 2024-13.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Patrick, second by Mr. Jacobs to adopt resolution 2024-13. Call roll thereon. Ms. Colvin,
Yes.
Mr. Patrick,
Yay.
Mr. Jacobs.
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this 6th day of February 2024.
And you can see our total mileage there,
Yep.
43.474 miles for the township.
Daryl has 2 copies that need to both be signed and.
I'll pass them down with the resolutions.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have resolution 2024-14. This is authorizing contract with Warren County Engineers Office for purchase of road salt. Can I get a motion on this?
Let's just have a total and 200 tons. Is that right? We filled in, okay.
Yeah,
All right. Just check and see what we were at. Is that about what we do every year?
it's actually a little more than that, but we had 200 tons for this year, and we haven't, thankfully,
Yeah.
we haven't had to use.
This year.
I mean, about 250 is about almost what we'll be able to get in the bin right now anyhow, so just kind of hedging a little bit here, so.
All right. I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2024-14.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Colvin, second by Mr. Jacobs to adopt resolution 2024-14. Call roll thereon. Mr. Patrick,
Yay.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Ms. Colvin.
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this 6th day of February 2024.
Next, we have resolution 2024-15. This is to approve the acceptance and hiring of Todd D. Bramley to the Wayne Township Fire Department as a volunteer firefighter 2, EMT-B. So whereas Todd C. Bramley has applied to the volunteer firefighter 2, EMT position for the Wayne Township Fire Department. So do you have any other additional input for, Mr. passed all his tests, passed everything, and everything is good?
Everything's good with that.
Okay.
Is he local or is he?
He is not local, so he would be, stationed in, set at the station during his scheduled shifts. He does work at another fire department, so he brings a little bit of experience with him.
Good.
Oh, that's
So
good.
he's very excited to, continue his career path, so.
Great.
That's excellent.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2024-15.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Patrick, second by Mr. Jacobs to adopt resolution 2024-15. Call roll thereon. Mr. Patrick,
Yay.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Ms. Colvin.
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this 6th day of February 2024.
Next, we have resolution 2024-16. This is approve the acceptance and hiring of Evan R. Fletcher to the Wayne Township Fire Department as a volunteer firefighter 1, EMT-B. So whereas Evan R. Fletcher has applied to be a volunteer firefighter 1, EMT position for the Wayne Township Fire Department. Any additional input there?
But we're still waiting to hear back from, for his medical clearance.
Okay.
He has not completed the drug testing or the ODOT medical screening. It's scheduled for tomorrow.
It does say conditional in there.
It does say condition. Okay,
All right.
perfect.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2024-16.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Colvin, second by Mr. Jacobs to adopt resolution 2024-16. Call roll thereon. Mr. Patrick,
Yay.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Ms. Colvin.
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this the 6th day of February 2024.
Is he local, chief, or is he also?
No, he's not local. None of the applicants tonight are local.
Okay. So we have resolution 2024-17. This is approve the acceptance and hiring of James D. Harris to the Wayne Township Fire Department as a volunteer firefighter 2, EMT-B. So whereas James D. Harris has applied to be a volunteer firefighter 2, EMT position for the Wayne Township Fire Department. So has he completed all the,
We're still waiting for his medical exam as well. So
Okay.
He said it was scheduled for this week.
and it has conditional down there below? As well? Okay.
Motion to adopt resolution 2024-17.
I will second.
Yeah.
A motion by Mr. Patrick, Patrick, second by Ms. Colvin, to adopt resolution 2024-17. Call roll thereon. Ms. Colvin,
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick?
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this the 6th day of February 2024.
Okay, now we got resolution 2024-18. This is rescinding resolution 2024-10, and this is to approve entering into a continuing education contract with Lieutenant David Dow for a level 2 firefighting class through the Warren County Career Center. So whereas Lieutenant David Dow has applied to be enrolled in a firefighter 2 class from Warren County Career Center, and since found that he has conflicts with a couple of important class dates, and he would not be able to complete the class, and has informed interim chief Kyle Walich of his withdrawal.
Sorry, David.
Yeah, it happens. It does.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2024-18.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Colvin, second by Mr. Jacobs, to adopt resolution 2024-18. Call roll thereon. Ms. Colvin,
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick?
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this the 6th day of February 2024.
Yes, we do. I'm just waiting.
Wait, okay, wait for it to catch up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So we have resolution 2024-19. This is a resolution to adopt Darrell Cordray of Hamilton Township to the Warren County 911 Program Review Committee. So basically, whereas chapter 128 of the High Revised Code requires a newly drafted countywide 911 plan for implementing and operating a countywide 911 system to be submitted to the state Ohio 911 Program Office.
So, matter that we're late with this, we were supposed to do it in the end of June.
What happened on this is, with the new revision of the High Revised Code, it requires 6 members instead of 5. And so they were asking everybody to renew, and so the Township Association, I guess, is supporting, or we need 50% of the townships to approve Darrell Cordray to be our representative.
Okay.
So they did.
No, we were supposed to have it done at the end of January, or.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know if they've got all 50% in or not.
okay.
He's the only one that had showed, signs you, they showed the interest.
Yeah, I didn't know it was every township had to have one.
It's just
I
one.
thought we were doing that.
Back when they started the 911 center and everything, they had representation from all jurisdictions, and townships and fire were prevalent in pushing to make sure that they had representation on there, so that it wasn't, dispatch was all geared towards police and the cities and so forth.
Makes sense.
In the county, we have 2 different, Franklin automatically gets one because they have a PSAP, so there's really 2 different dispatches in the county. Franklin has their own, and then Lebanon dispatches the rest of them.
Motion to adopt resolution 2024-19.
I will second that.
We have a motion by Mr. Patrick, second by Mr. Jacobs, to adopt resolution 2024-19. Call roll thereon. Mr. Patrick?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
Ms. Colvin?
Yes.
This resolution is hereby adopted this the 6th day of February 2024.
Do we have any other new business?
I have something.
Go ahead.
I had a call from a citizen, Randy Weinbach, who we all know, and he said that there was a resolution approximately 15 years ago or so about flagpoles, and that we go and use our, for citizens, and we use our lift trucks and stuff to go help people with their flagpoles. He says there's a new commander at the Legion, and people have been, he doesn't know about this, and people have been calling, and he's been turning people away, because didn't know that we would take care of this for them. So he recommended, Randy says, well, it'd be nice if we could get a copy of that resolution, have it framed, printed and framed or something, stuck on the Legion wall, so it's there for perpetuity. So it makes sense, so that anytime a new commander comes on, it's automatically done. So I don't know if that's something you could dig up in the archives or something, Gus.
just ran across it the other day.
Did you really?
It's about 2007 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
what
about,
about it?
about
Okay.
7, I think.
Yeah.
Is there anything you think we need to change on it, or do we need to review it? or
No,
pretty
it just said
basic?
that we wouldn't do residential, but we would do civic groups, churches, that type of thing. It all stemmed from
So
really.
it's not residential?
No, I think we're getting into a big.
Okay,
You know, it was civic groups, maybe even businesses, I don't know, but, and other, governmental agencies or whatnot.
okay,
So, speaking of
With the
flag,
just with the bucket truck.
yeah.
speaking of flagpoles, is anyone watching taking care of the pole at the fire department? I know the flag wasn't all the way up a couple of days ago.
I'll look into it tomorrow.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Oh, at the downtown station, yeah, no, I don't.
No,
The headquarters?
yeah.
Oh, up top,
Number
okay,
2.
well. That's him.
I thought it was,
Sorry, didn't mean to throw you under the bus, but that's you, babe.
I thought it was all the way up Friday when I was there Friday
So
night.
that's what it feels like being hit by a snowplow.
That's right.
not the first time. But yeah, I'll look into it. Like I
Thank you.
said.
All right, that's all I have. for
Yeah, thank you. Do we have any correspondence?
I have 2 pieces. One is from the Ohio Living, which is a memory care grand reopening, which will be, all of you may have received, I don't know if you did or didn't. It's going to be held on February 13th from 5:30 till 7:30 p.m. And for the Warren County Regional Planning Commission, it's basically stating they need our continued support. They had an invoice which you paid tonight, and also needing to know who our representatives are, which I got that enclosed and ready to mail out.
Yes, do you have any correspondence?
If I can, just want to maybe tag along on this memory care grand reopening. If they redid the 500 hall, all the dementia unit, and this is pretty important. A little backstory behind this, the funds that were used for this $700,000 or $800,000 renovation was gifted to an estate to Quaker Heights by an unknown donor that passed away, and her estate was split up 50% with Audubon and 50% with Quaker Heights.
Okay.
So this has been in the works really for about 8 years, and it just is the time they sell the estate, and money come through, and now they've got so this is really kind of a big thing up there, and I think we'd be happy to get anybody who wants to come out and show up, please show up for it. I guess the only other thing I'd like to go out there is that if anybody knows any nurses that need a job, they are sure hurting on nurses up there. Right now, they have a lot of agency working, and
That's for cost.
agency is very complicated and hard on the budget. And actually, I had a meeting with Ohio Living today, and that's, out of our 12 campuses, our performance with financial performance is the lowest of the 12. It has been for a couple of years strictly because of agency. You get agency staff in there, then you're paying them about double what you would on your own staff.
Well, I'll make a plan to be there then.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah. Now we have elected officials' comments. You guys have any? Go first, or?
I have none tonight.
Okay.
I don't have any.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. It's good to see a lot of people here in the audience too, you know. Very good, thank you. We do not have any work session that I can see, but we do have an executive session. Let me just read these glasses. Okay, so we have an executive session. It is to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation, charge, or complaints against public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual, unless public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requires a public hearing. Except as otherwise provided by law, no public body shall hold an executive session for the discipline of elected official for conduct related to the performance of the elected officials' official duties or the elected official removal from office. If a public body holds an executive session pursuant to Division G1 of this section, the motion and the vote to hold that executive session shall state which one or more of the approved purposes listed in Division G1 of this section are the purposes for which the executive session is to be held, but need not include the name of any persons to be considered at the meeting.
I'll make a motion for executive session due to personnel matters to consider the appointment, employment, or compensation of a public employee or official.
I will second that. So at 7:30 PM?
Call roll thereon, Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Mr. Patrick,
Yes.
Ms. Coleman,
Yes.
7:31.
7:31.
7:31.
Somebody keep record of what time you go out, who makes the motion to go out and all that.
Okay.
But make sure we get it into the minutes.
And now the time is 8:08. We're out of executive session at 8:06. We're returning to our normal session right now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a motion for Gus, our township administration, to extend a written offer to the top candidate. And upon acceptance, we will let everybody know who that individual is.
Go fire chief.
Of the fire chief position, yes.
I will second that motion.
All in favor?
All in favor, say
Aye.
very good. Yes, and I also want to take just a moment to thank Gus, thank everybody, Jeff and everybody that was on the panel as well. Also S3E for helping us to start the process and move through it. It was a very good, thorough process, I do believe, so I just want to thank everybody for that time and that opportunity. And we appreciate everybody at the firehouse for taking all the roles and responsibilities during this time. It's not an easy task what you guys did, and we appreciate everything you guys have done so far up to date. So thank you again from all of us. And that is it.
Make a motion to adjourn at 8:09.
I will second.
Aye.
Aye.